Greetings and welcome to week 3 of Mastery. Today we're going to be talking about Benjamin Franklin. Why I chose Benjamin Franklin as my master to present on is because everyone knows Benjamin Franklin as the famous scientist, politician, inventor, businessman. His mastery is legendary. It echoes out throughout time. His ability to network and communicate with people led to the freedom of this country. I learned some very important lessons from Benjamin Franklin while reading this. The famous saying of keeping your friends close but your enemies closer. He definitely demonstrated that. That life is a game, that you always need to be looking ahead. The chess move, like what is next, what's going to be coming next, and what can I do to make this opportunity work for me. Two examples of how Benjamin Franklin showed mastery throughout in the book is his ability to adapt and overcome. Throughout his life, he showed many examples of his ability to adapt and overcome, such as when he was younger and he was working in Boston for his brother's printing press newspaper. However, then he quit when things started going haywire, and he left on his own journey, and he found himself in Philadelphia. And then from there, he started his own kind of journey to mastery and started his own business and became pretty popular in the small Philadelphia. And then he also kind of got swindled out of leaving and going to London, where that kind of changed his whole philosophy, which changed the way he looked at people, since the guy sent him kind of on this wild goose hunt. He had to live in London for a few years before he could come back. So I think that's something that shows mastery, is your ability to adapt and overcome all circumstances, no matter what. And even in the example of where when he came back from London and his old boss hired him back, and he thought his boss was going to fire him, Kindler or something like that. While he was away, Benjamin Franklin would take that time to better himself. He would always be learning how to do something else, continue to teach himself in his mastery journey. And he also trained himself an assistant, and also continued to network with people that were already in that business. That way, when the time came and his boss did fire him, he had that safety net already set up, so that way he had his clientele that was loyal to him, he had his assistant that was perfectly trained by him, and he already knew the business inside and out. So those are a couple examples of why I think he is a master. Two questions I would ask him, if I could ask Benjamin Franklin now, would be, throughout your lifetime and your achievements, throughout all of your inventions and your scientific breakthroughs, etc., how has networking and communication played an important role, and do you think that is the greatest role in achievement that you've had? And what is the most difficult obstacles that you've overcome throughout your life and business? Those would be the two questions that I would ask. So the two examples of social intelligence would be craft the appropriate persona. The example was that the young lady who was an artist was very attractive, so she didn't think anyone would take her serious, or if they did, that they would only enjoy her art because she was attractive. So she created a persona, a person that she could be, someone larger than life, that people would only judge her for the art and not really for her. And also, Benjamin Franklin does an example of that when he writes a silent do-gooder for his brother's paper. He had to create a persona to get his foot in the door, and sometimes you have to do that, especially in the entertainment industry. I think it's important for entertainers to create that persona and to go on stage and also off stage, live that lifestyle. Because sometimes being in front of all those people, you have to be someone else than just a regular shy person. So yeah, that's the crafting the perfect persona, which is very important. And the second one is see yourself as others see you. So if you're crafting the appropriate persona and you're trying to craft that perfect persona, it's important to see how other people see you, just in case you may be portraying yourself you may be thinking you portray yourself one way, but then other people see you completely differently. So it's important to keep yourself in check and balance. And it's also important to look at all things from all perspectives, from yours, theirs, and also the third parties. So the 7 deadly realities that I chose from chapter 4 would be laziness. I think everyone battles with laziness, whether it's whether I'm going to do this homework or go out with my friends, or whether or not I'm going to go to the gym or stay home and watch Netflix. I think people battle with laziness every single day, and especially in the entertainment world, you need to be on top of your work and continually be crafting and growing and communicating with people. The second one would be envy. I think envy is important to try and stay away from, because if you're looking at what everyone else has and you always want what some other people have, you'll never be satisfied with what you have personally, and that can lead to very bad things. So I think it's important to just be happy with who you are and what you have, and not be envious of everything that everyone has. But it's also, some envy is not bad. I think it's important to strive to better yourself and to also better other people around you. But that's going to wrap up everything I have to talk to today in this week of week 3 of Mastery.